All righty. Let me react to Kim Cheatle. And I guess Majorie, what's her name? Taylor Greene, whatever, was going at her. Heard it was pretty rough. So let's see what she's talking about on this real quick. Let's go.
Chair now recognizes Miss Marjorie Taylor
I'll speed
Greene
it
from
up.
Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Cheatle, I'd like to remind you that you're under oath. The site team has a senior supervisor, an advanced team, a protective intelligence team.
As if, I mean, it doesn't matter if she's going to lie. She's going to lie anyway. But, I don't know.
A counter sniper element and detail. Who was the agent in charge? How long has she been the agent in charge? And what is her Secret Service background?
So I'm not going to provide a name.
Why not? You're here to answer our
This
questions.
forum, I'm not going to provide names of.
You stated in your testimony, you said, I am here today to answer your questions.
That is correct.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to provide names of our personnel. To
Why
the
not?
committee today?
The American people are demanding these answers from you today, Ms. Cheatle.
I will do the best to provide you accurate information based on the facts that I have at this time.
You're not answering our questions. The advance element coordinates with other intel or law enforcement partners, identifies.
So I've seen a few other clips of this, like the AOC lady, and it was a gentleman that was asking her questions, and she just was not giving any answers, like at all. And it was getting kind of annoying because, you get to a point where it's like, yo, are you hiding something? I don't trust what's going on here. So, the Taylor Greene or whatever is asking her questions and she's just deflecting. I heard she gets into her real bad. So let's see where she gets into her.
Threats and weaknesses at the sites and movements. We'd like a copy of the advance report. Have you brought it here with you today?
We will comply with the request for the documentation that has been requested.
When will that be, Ms. Cheatle? Because you should have brought it today.
I am certain that our personnel are working on obtaining all of that document.
I don't believe you, and neither do the people watching this hearing. You're not doing well, as Mr. Moskowitz informed you.
She's right. She's right. We don't believe you.
Audio Jungle.
We don't believe you at all. So I'm sure she was aware of what she needed to bring to the courtroom. Man, this just seems so organized. Oh my gosh.
You've been sitting here for over 3 hours, and I have you know the entire country is demanding you resign and demanding that you be fired if you do not resign. Things are not going well for you. You need to answer the questions. Was there a protective intelligence team, and what technical resources were utilized for that event, specifically drone or helicopter assets?
There were a number of technical assets that were deployed for that event, and there was a protective intelligence team that was assigned to that event.
Why was Crooks able to fly a drone over the entire area the day of the rally and the day of his
What?
assassination attempt?
To my knowledge, he did not fly the drone over the entire area.
How did he fly a
Whoa, wait a minute. This is new news. He had a drone? Now, I've heard the other things of them, identifying him like an hour before and 10 minutes before he was called a threat. He had an entire drone? Whoa. Man, this story just gets deeper. How did they not? Well, they knew about the guy. How did y'all not take him out before he did all of this? A drone? Like, this dude was out here planning, like, distance. He had a rangefinder, drone. He's got a rifle. And didn't he get up there with a ladder? Man, what is going on, dog? Hold on.
drone over the area, period? Any part of the area?
Again, I would have to go back and check the timeline of when that took place and when the event.
Why didn't you bring the timeline with you today to answer our questions?
I don't have all of the answers on the timelines based on the criminal investigation.
Were you not prepared today to answer our questions?
I am prepared to answer the questions based on the information and wanted to be able to provide.
Do you have a timeline do you have a timeline at all from any of the day?
I have a timeline that does not have specifics.
That's shocking. That is absolutely unacceptable.
Oh boy, they start laughing at her, bruh. Oh no. She just answered a question and they all started laughing. So this must have been going on for hours and hours, and then it's probably been dumb answer after dumb answer. So she basically said like, "Yeah, I've got a timeline, but I don't know what's in it. I can't. There's no specifics. That's the point of a timeline. It's to be specific on what you're doing, what tasks are happening. Like, you know what, man? Man, how I don't trust the justice system. This thing is just getting weird and weirder as we go along.
It means you're a failure at your job. Let's talk about things that are prohibited in Trump rallies. And I've been to a lot of Trump rallies. Backpacks and bags.
Yeah.
Bicycles. Firearms. Any type of weapon or any other item determined to be a potential safety hazard, like a rangefinder would be one. At 5:10, Crooks is first observed by one of the snipers, AGR.
Obviously, a rangefinder is used to measure the distance of how long I have or how far I have to shoot. That should 100% be an item that should not be allowed. That's common sense.
Sniper one at the building. 5:10. President Trump was shot in the face at 6:11 p.m. 5:28. AGR Sniper one takes a picture of a bicycle and 2 bags. Those belong to Crooks.
All right. Just weird. This is weird.
5:32. AGR Sniper one spots Crooks looking at his phone and using a rangefinder. 5:55, Butler ESU Command confirms receipt of photos and states they have been relayed on. 6:05 p.m., AGR Sniper 1 later communicates that Crooks is seen moving northeast in direction of Sheets and that Crooks has a backpack. 2 minutes before the shooting, while President Trump has been allowed to take the stage, people see Crooks laying on his stomach in a sniper position on the roof, and they're yelling he has a gun, and they are trying to alert law enforcement and Secret Service.
Wow.
Why was Crooks not shot by the snipers? Why was he allowed to be there?
As soon as the individual was identified as a threat, they were...
No. What do you consider to be a threat? A man with a gun laying in a sniper position, a man that had a backpack, a man that had a bicycle, a man that had a rangefinder. At what point is he determined a threat?
An individual with a backpack is not a threat. An individual with a rangefinder is not a threat.
Wow.
Sensational.
Wow. I would definitely think somebody with a rangefinder would be a little bit suspicious. Just a little bit suspicious with the rangefinder, right? And as being of Secret Service, everything that you guys see is hyper focused, right? Meaning whatever is going on, you guys are putting attention towards that than the normal person and than the normal eye. You don't think a rangefinder would be a problem? A person with a backpack, what could they have in it? They got a rangefinder measuring the distance of how far they have to shoot.
What about a man laying on a building that has direct line of sight of President Trump with a gun that people are screaming and pointing out? Is that a threat, Ms. Cheatle?
Once that individual was identified, they were neutralized.
No, they were neutralized.
After
Crooks
shooting.
was neutralized after he shot President Trump in the face, Ms. Cheatle.
Multiple times.
Is he only a threat once he fires the weapon?
As soon as the counter sniper identified that individual, they were able to neutralize them.
How were people in the crowd? Okay, then let's just take it this way. People under your command did not consider him to be a threat, yet people in the crowd knew he had a gun and considered him to be a threat. That means that you are a complete failure as the director of the Secret Service, that people under your command don't perceive a man laying on a roof with direct line to the president with a gun. They don't perceive that to be a threat, yet the people in the crowd do. How is that possible?
Wow. Yeah, there was way too many chances to identify this guy. And then you still allowed him to get shots off. Not one shot, shots off. Yeah, there's a huge issue. And I seen another clip where the Cheatle lady was trying to push it off on local law enforcement as if this was outside of their perimeter. Wow, she called her a straight up failure, man.
That's the last question, but please answer the question, Ms. Director.
I'm not certain at this time how the information from the people in the crowd was relayed to any law enforcement personnel.
No, you knew that everyone knew. The people there knew that there was a danger. They knew there was a threat to President Trump, and it was allowed to happen. Was there a stand-down order, Ms. Cheatle? Was there a conspiracy to kill President Trump?
Absolutely not.
Then how did this happen? And why
Yes, there was.
are you still sitting here not turning in your letter of resignation?
Last question, but please answer, and
Just
then I'll
did.
recognize Ms. Presley. Please answer.
She just did. As of today, as of a couple minutes ago, she did resign. I'll talk about that in the next video. Wow. So yeah, I think her name's Majorie Taylor Greene really got into her. Yeah, man, I'm just not, something's not right. And in the way that, she kind of was, I wouldn't say nonchalant because obviously she's in the courtroom, but like the way she was not giving answers really makes me wonder what was going on and what is the big motive behind it. She would not answer anything. And then when asked about her timeline, about like the specifics, she goes, yeah, I have a timeline, but like I don't have anything in it. Like it's not specific at all. So you don't have a timeline. And the way that the Majorie Taylor Greene just laid out all of the events for that whole hour, like it's ridiculous. The man had a drone. Like, wow, he had a drone. He had a sniper. He had a rangefinder. And he was able to let off shots at the president. And then he killed people. And then all of a sudden, yes, the snipers took him out quickly. It's because they already were aware of this guy. That's why they were so quick on taking him out, because they already knew about him. Why wasn't he taken out? You see, I wanted to keep this off political topic, right? I didn't want to make it a political topic. But seriously, you have to start questioning things. Why would this director just sit up here, and now she's resigned now, right? And why was there such a failure to protect the president? Why was this attempt even did he go that far? Like, there was so many ways to stop this guy. You have to start thinking to yourself, who's really behind this? We know why they wanted him out of here, but like, who's really behind this, man? Because she's not giving us any answers. And could she be a part of the problem? Next video, I'll talk about what she just did, but let me know your thoughts below on how Majorie Taylor Greene straight cut
sensational
into Kim Cheatle. Wow. Just wow. And that's brutal. This went on for 4 hours, man. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. And like I say, after every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm gonna see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold